Great. Okay, guys, we got that recorded to the cloud. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock on February. Wanted to say January, February the 17th, busting right through the month of February. So, like I said, I wanted to take you through some information about, how you can add 3 or 4 people to your team. And as soon as I'm able to get the screen share to work, we will get right to that. Great. Yes, and we are talking about Valentis, right? Like I said so many times in the past, if you would have told me 8 months ago that I was going to be here talking about Valentis and talking about building another organization around the globe, I would have said you were absolutely, positively crazy. But Dave Jordan, Rick Gerald's caught me at a weak moment back in May. I was the fattest I had ever been in my life. And it was either find a way to lose weight or go buy a new wardrobe or stop eating altogether. And so I was invited onto a call to listen to the testimonials of some people that had been using the Slim Roast Optimum for the past 30 days. And I listened to the call, very exciting. But of course, being as skeptical as I am, I said, you know what? Can't possibly work like that. Just can't possibly work like that. But I called Dave and Rick back and I said, you know what? I'm going to order some coffee. I did, started drinking it. The rest is history, right? Lost 9 pounds my first week, 18 pounds my first month. I've gone from 215 to 175. My waist has gone from a 40 plus to a 33. I'm actually getting a waist. That I never had, but so I just wanted to. This is me prior to losing 40 pounds. As you can see, the face. There's a lot more in that face than there is in this face. But like I said, I want to show you a very simple way to add 3 or 4 business builders to your team this week and every week. So we're going to walk right through this. One of the things that I love on here is, don't take rejection personally. So many people take rejection. So many people hear the word no and they freak out, right? Just don't freak out. If you freak out, call me. But, don't take it personally. 2019, 2020 is going to be awesome. These years coming up, the next 3 to 5 years are going to be just absolutely incredible. So what we're going to talk about is something that's simple, easy, and fun. If it's not simple, if it's not easy, and if it's not fun, it's not worth doing, quite frankly. So network marketing is not rocket science, right? It's just such an easy, simple business. And unfortunately, that's part of the problem because so many people say, I just can't take it seriously if it's this easy. I don't know exactly what they're looking for, but they're looking for something a lot more difficult. The key to creating a 5, 6, 7 figure income is sharing the good news. That's it. Sharing the good news. You were fortunate enough for whatever reason to get exposed to Valentis and the products at this particular point in time in their growth cycle. And, just stand up and say hallelujah because it is a huge advantage getting involved. What we're going to do and talk about, and I want you to talk about to your friends, is how to pique their interest. With the world as busy as it is, everybody is bombarded by all kinds of things, and but you've got to go beyond everything else and work on a way to kind of pique a person's interest. Guys, and let me tell you this, it's not going to happen instantly. It's not going to happen just like that. it's sometimes going to take weeks. Sometimes it's going to take months. Sometimes it'll take years, you know. But if you'll just stay in there and continuously, you know, update a person as to new websites, you know, just like Rick did a second ago, calls that are taking place, a three-way call, you know, things to pique a person's interest, right? The testimonial page on Facebook, use that all the time. I love to send people over there. I love to send people over to have them watch Marshall Silver's video that he did. It's 5 minutes and 22 seconds. And, you know, it's just a great way, because then I intro them into who this guy is. Hey, if this guy is taken, if you go to silver.com and you look at who Marshall is, and you say to your friend, hey, if this guy is taking, you know, Valentis seriously, maybe you ought to as well, you know? So it's just another little way. This little video that's been put up, and I don't know who produced it, it's great though, you know, how Slim Roast works, right? And how it works neurologically, how it works on your receptors in your brain. And great video. Again, just taking people through a little bit of a process. And, you know, guys, this is nothing but numbers, you know, nothing but numbers. You know, to build an organization is just about getting the word out and then following up on those people that have expressed an interest to get more information. If you're not doing any numbers, guess what? Your team is not going to grow. You know, so you have to keep score yourself. And, you know, if you need to, draw it out, right? How many people did I talk to today? How many packages did I send? You know, what did I do in order to make the business grow? And if you're not doing numbers, then your business is not going to grow. You have to determine the kind of conversation, and I'm going to go through the conversations tonight, you know, that you're going to have with each person that you know, because each person is different, right? Is it a conversation you're going to have about money? You know, could that be the conversation that piques their interest? Is it a conversation about weight loss? You know, I've got a lot of friends that I know are in the process of attempting to lose weight. And guess what? I send them packages all the time. I write on the back of the package, you know, here's my phone number so they don't have to look for it. Call me when you get this. Don't let those Slim Roasts jump out of the package. So is it weight loss, you know, or is it timing, right? Is it timing? And I'm going to, you know, talk to you about that timing conversation. But, you know, let me talk to you about the money talk. I mean, I love the money talk. I mean, for the last 30 plus years, all I've ever talked about is money. You know, how to make more money, a better way to make money. Instead of trading time for money, you can leverage yourself and earn money through the efforts of building a team. And, you know, it's just fortunate for us that Valentis is already almost 5 years old, because we've got some documentation. And here's what's going to happen, guys. You know, as we add more documentation that's happening all the time, both on the money side, on the weight loss side, we're going to see a ramp up of interest in Valentis. And that ramp up is going to continue and continue and continue. You know, I put this together not so that anybody can have it, but, you know, just for my conversation, right? I wanted you guys to see that, I mean, this is me, right? I started, you know, that May the 11th through the 17th, I didn't get a check. My first check was the next week, $724. But my check last week was $5,666, right? Not bad for 7 months, you know, 25 grand, you know, $25,000 a month. Rick's check, there's his check. When I was talking to him, but then as soon, and the week of the 18th and the 24th of May, that was a prime, that was when Slim Roast Optimum was introduced to the marketplace. That was the call that I was on the 19th of May, and Dave had 500 people on there. You know, so you saw Rick's check, you know, start to explode. John's checks start to explode. And, you know, it's just continuing to explode because the people that were here in Valentis that may have taken some time off for whatever reason, looked for another opportunity for whatever reason, lost their belief in the company for whatever reason, have now started to migrate all back here again. And that's what's caused the explosion in the income. So absolutely, absolutely amazing. So, you know, I tell people, hey, you know, there's people here that are making a lot of money and they're making it very quickly. So, you know, maybe you want to take a look at what it is we're doing. So, now, as soon as I get my computer screen to move forward again, maybe it got stuck on there. It got excited and got stuck. Well, so what we'll do again is we'll stop this. I hate that I have to do that to you guys, but there's no other choice. Well, I say there's no other choice. Mitch, see if you can move it since you're a co-host.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't know. I can't seem to do anything.
Nope, I can't do it either. Okay, so what we'll do is come down here. We'll do this another way. Okay, so I talk to people all the time about, you know, the startup cost and what it is to really start a business, right? And with Valentis, it's so simple, right? $20 one time out of pocket, you know, for all the websites, all the services that Valentis provides, and then an inventory purchase. And really and truly, the only inventory purchase is $499. Yeah, you know, with that you, and I'm not going to go into a comp plan training, but that is in my opinion, the only way to start. There was my first week income. If I would have never done any better than just that, right, $724 over the next 52 weeks, I would have made almost 40 grand, right? 40 grand just from a little part-time effort. So, you know, that wouldn't have that wouldn't have been too bad. So it is working now. Okay, good. So unlimited income. There's my income. Like I said, almost $40,000. And here's the conversations I have with people when I have this money talk. You know, a $500 purchase in 10 hours a week, part-time effort over the next 3 to 5 years. Keep it very simple, right? Could produce a 6-figure income. Are you ready to join me, right? If you could spend $500, 10 or 12 hours a week over the next 3 to 5 years, obviously if you put in more time, it's going to go a lot quicker. But here's what I did in 7 months, right? And so, I mean, if I didn't do any better than this for the next 52 pay periods, that's $294,000. You know, a nice income, right? 300 grand is up there right at the top of the 1 or 2% of the income earners in the country. Now, my buddy Rick is done a little bit better, right? 20,000. If he doesn't do any better, that's over $1 million. Now you're in the fraction of the 1% of the income earners in the country. And then you get over to John, and John knocked it out of the park only because his network is bigger. His network is bigger than Rick's. His network is bigger than mine. And $3.2 million, right? So yeah, is it worth $500 and a little bit of part-time effort? Let me tell you about, how to take action. There's a couple of different ways you can, place your initial order, your $499 business builder package. That's either with 16 canisters or 350 single serving packages or sticks. Your choice. Or both, if you do the canisters, you keep one, you give the other 15 away. You do the sticks, you keep 50, you give the other 300 away. Maybe it's 30 packs of 10. Give them away, sell them as sample packages for $20. Whatever it is you want to do, I'm 100% behind you. You have to determine. It's like these guys. I've got some packages going out to some of my dear friends that have watched me now for the past 7 months, and they're now starting to become curious, right? They're going, well, Chuck's been there now for 7 months. Something must be going on. And so I've kind of raised their awareness, and now they're contacting me and saying, then we get into a real conversation about this one person. He happens to be with a company that's just merged with another company, and his check was real good. Now his check is horrible, and he's been there for 13 years, right? So now he's possibly looking. So give him away. Just do something, right? Because what I want to talk to you about is, I told you it was all about numbers, right? I use a 20% conversion. I use a 20% conversion from, becoming an independent representative to ordering a business builder pack. Now, some of you are going to do a lot better because of your relationship with that particular person. For example, this person that this is going to, I've got a great relationship with him. It just wasn't, the timing wasn't good. The timing is now good, right? So I'm going to make sure that all of these things follow through. I get them on the call. I get them on a phone call tomorrow with Rick. I get them on the phone call tomorrow with John. I get them on a phone call the next couple of days with Dave, and I take them through the process. So, if you send out 15 samples and you got a 20% conversion, you got 1 or 2 people that say, possibly yes. If you send out 30 samples or more, then you've got a bigger percentage, right? You've got 6 people, you got 10 people, you've got more people that are going to say yes. I love, up until the point of getting introduced to Valentis and Slim Roast Optimum, I never, ever, ever led with a product because I never had a product. I had products, but I never had a product like this, right? I never had a product that I know for a fact that if you take it, you're going to get some results. And, the only way you don't get results is if you take it wrong. And I cover that. Trust me, I cover that in material that I put in here. I make sure that I put a cover letter in. I'll get that cover letter off to everybody, but I put a cover letter in. I cover all the bases. Plus, I want that person to call me, right? I want that person to call me as soon as they get this package. Number one, I want to know they got it. And then number 2, I want to have another conversation, because no matter how good my letter is that's inside of there, most people don't read it. I get it. Most people are too busy, and they're going to flip through it, and they're not going to pay attention to the small print. So I want to make sure that I am the last voice that they hear before they start interacting and opening up one of those packages, because I don't want them taking it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I want them to take it first thing in the morning. So here's what I do, guys. This is a conversation that I have with everybody. Hey, do you drink coffee? Most people say yes. Hey, who do you know that would like to lose weight? And I made this a little bit more politically correct, right? Who do you know that would like to lose weight, instead of, hey man, I know you're fat. I know you'd like to lose some weight. So I try to refrain from saying that unless it's a real close friend. And then the last question I I kind of set the stage for getting them pre-enrolled, right? Whether you pre-enroll them or whether you have them pre-enroll themselves, I say, Valentis does something uniquely special, right? And that is that we offer the opportunity for you to share these products with your friends and earn a referral fee. In fact, the company last year paid me over $70,000 just because I referred products to my friends. They either became customers or they became independent distributors like I am and promoted it to their friends. So, what I'm going to do, John, is I'm going to send you some products, just like somebody sent me some products, and then I'm going to put you into our referral system, or I'm going to send you a link, and I want you to go ahead and enroll in our free referral system so that you can start to look at everything and get a feel for what's going on. And that's the conversation, guys. I mean, I keep it very simple, no pressure. I just let them know, what's going to happen. The other one that I used, and I used big time, and when I first started, was the timing fear of loss, right? I've started a business with Valentis. Have you ever heard of them? There's your key, right? Have you ever heard of Valentis? 99.9% of the people right now will say no. That percentage, as we continue to grow, will continue to go down, right? I mean, you'll find two out of 100 maybe that'll say yes, then 4 out of 100, and then 10 out of 100. We'll have more and more people, hearing about Valentis, and so I always ask them if they've ever heard of it. So I'm going to build one team. I'm going to build one team straight down, one person after the other, after the other, after the other. Are you interested in being the first person? Everything I do from that point forward is going to go underneath you. You interested in being the first person? If you're not, I'm going to go find the first person, right? I'm going to go next. So I just keep sorting and searching for people. Send them the Powerline movie so that they understand what it is you're talking about. Because, as good as I am, I don't really explain it very well. But the movie explains it perfectly well. So I go, hey, let me send you a movie that explains exactly what I'm talking about. And as soon as you get it, watch it, and let's get back on the phone together, right? And so I tell them to take the free tour. That again puts them into the referral system, right? Puts them into a position of pre-enrollment position in the genealogy. So, sending samples. Lots of people do it lots of different ways. This is the way I do it, right? I put everything in a 6x9 envelope because I usually have too much to put it into a mailer. I put my phone number on the back of it so there's no confusion. I put the great brochure that Rick Gerald's printed. I put that in here, right? I love it. I also printed a little postcard with some information on it and all my websites on the back so that they can go make a purchase. They know exactly where to go. And usually 6 to 10, and then 1 or 2 of the cocoa products, right? So just to have them, just to let them see something else. Cover letter, like I said, I'll get that to you. And here's how I feel about this. You never have a second chance to make a great first impression. So this is your shot. Don't blow it. Make it look professional. Make it look as good as you possibly can. This is the postcard business card. I use Vistaprint. You can use any printer, but it's just really a matter of doing something, right? I like this little ad. It talks about all the benefits of the Slim Roast Optimum. And then on the back, I put in my contact information. and I carry these cards with me all the time. I don't necessarily carry samples with me all the time, but I carry cards with me all the time. And anywhere I go, people get a card. They get a card. Or if I'm somewhere, I'll leave a card or two, right? Because somebody's going to pick it up. Somebody's going to pick it up, look at it, stick it in their pocket or their purse. It's just tools, right? It's just tools of the trade. The other thing that I love and I wear all the time is, my advertising, right? You can go to customink.com and create your own. You can upload this art or any other art that you want and create your own. Every so often we'll put up a link and have it up so people can order. I know they just finished an order for us and they're shipping out to everybody. So, I'm going to probably do another t-shirt for myself and say, something like, I've lost 40 pounds and 7 inches from my waist, ask me how, drink coffee, lose weight. I mean, it'll be something, it'll be another ad, it'll be, but just a way for people to start to approach me, right? And then what do? I go, hey, here's my postcard. My contact information is on there. My websites are on there. Why don't you go and take a look at everything, and then you and I talk. And I've had people go and order products. I've had people email me. I've had people join. I've had all kinds of things happen as a result of activity, right? Just staying in the go. So, hey guys, that's pretty much it on that subject. So what I'm going to do is kill the recording.